So I think that what the Chinese leadership wants to do is it wants to ensure that China can catch the so-called wave of the fourth industrial or technological revolution. I think what we're going to see in terms of the way China looks in the future is we're going to see the onset of the digital economy. I think things are going to become more efficient. We're going to see a smarter China afoot, and that applies to the everyday consumer as well as to the way government makes decisions. We're going to see more e-government, in other words, and we're also going to see a society in which the center of gravity transitions from labor, basically inexpensive labor, to basically brain power. And China is going to be driven by a very significant talent pool that's going to be an important part of this new innovation economy.
President Xi has made it clear that he wants to see high technology and he wants to see it invented and processed and manufactured in China moving forward. China's had exponential growth over the past 4 decades. It's unrealistic to think it can continue to move at that pace. So how is it going to be affected by this push into technology?
So I remember seeing the first iPhones in China, and I remember one of my Chinese friends pointing out exactly that, look, this is made in China, but designed in Cupertino. And he said, eventually, if China is going to be a success, it's also going to have to be designed in China. And so what that really means is that the intellectual capital that goes into these new products and services that are going to dominate the world economy in the 21st century, a lot of them are going to have to be derived from within China itself. And that means that China is going to have to put together a talent pool that's going to be able to drive that innovation machinery. Without the ability to train those people, to develop them, and ultimately to retain them, China is not going to be able to sustain this innovation push. So it really all comes down to the education system and being able to attract the kind of people that will invest their own careers here in China and hopefully helping them to build out this innovation economy over time.
Professor, you have more than 4 decades of experience of going to China, and you've seen everything. What would you say is perhaps the most single largest impact that you have seen in its growth over the past 40 or so years?
I'd say one word: resilience. The resilience of the Chinese people. And, on many occasions from 1978, when the reforms and open policy were first introduced, till today, lots of Western observers have expected China to have several so-called hard landings.